for the victories won a long time ago. Let it in, let it in. For miracles and wonders and the ones we don't know. Let it in, let it in. For where we are going, where we have been, we must be the light, for the light to come in. For the dreamers, the lonely, those in between, let it in, let it in. For what was and what isn't, what's yet to be seen, let it in, let it in. In moments of wonder, darkness or doubt, light one light each night, so we're never without. Let it go, let it be, let it in, 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 let it go, let it be, let it in. For the dreamers, the lonely, those in between, let it in, let it in. For what was, what isn't, what's yet to be seen, let it in, let it in. For the downcast, the favored, the broken, the whole, generations to come, it is light we must sow. Let it go, let it be, let it in, 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 let it go, let it be, let it in. For the times we will flourish, times we will fall, let it in, let it in. There's enough light for one, there's enough light for all, let it in, let it in. For where we are going, where we have been, we must be the light, for the light to come in. Let it go, let it be, let it in. Let it go, let it be, let it in. Let it go, let it be, let it in.
Shalom. It might be Shabbat, so Shabbat Shalom. If not, just a warm welcome to all of you who have come to see and visit and participate in our virtual April Lev Eisha service. I'd like to begin with a story related to Passover. Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berdichus, a few hours before his Seder began, had an urgent message one year for his disciples. He said, I will not begin this Seder until I have 50 silk scarves, 10 pounds of Turkish tobacco, and 1 loaf of bread. His disciples were stunned. Rebbe, they cried, where are we supposed to find these objects? The scarves and tobacco have been outlawed by the Tsar. They are contraband. Nobody has any. And a loaf of bread? It's Passover in a few hours. Where are we going to find a loaf of bread in Berdichus? Rabbi Levi was adamant, and he refused to begin the Seder until they would bring him the illegal items and a loaf of bread. So his disciples ran all over the place, scouring the whole town. And they begged and they explained to people that they had to secure these items or their Seder would not begin. Finally, they returned and they showed him what he found. Excellent, said Rabbi Yitzchak. But where is the loaf of bread? They had only brought the silk scarves and the Turkish tobacco. With tears in their eyes, the disciples pleaded, please, Rebbe, you must understand. Where can we find chametz? Where can we find leavened bread? Only a few hours before Pesach. Rabbi Levi Yitzchak then lifted his eyes to the heavens and spoke to God. And he began to cry, Dear God, the Tsar has outlawed importing silk scarves. Anyone caught wearing a scarf is sentenced to 25 years in a labor camp. Nonetheless, the people of Berditches have 50 scarves. And there's a death penalty for anybody who's caught with Turkish tobacco. There's stationed hundreds of soldiers on the border to ensure that nobody imports it in. Nonetheless, my disciples found Turkish tobacco. But you, God, you have no police. You have no inspectors. Where are your labor camps and courts? But you commanded us 3,000 years ago to rid our house of chametz, and now not even a crumb of chametz can be found in the entire city. Who is like your people, God? Who is like your people? And with that final declaration, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berditches sat down and began his Seder. So, my dear friends, whatever we have and whatever we don't have, it is time for us to celebrate Shabbat, to celebrate our holidays, to begin our Passover Seders. They might not have scarves, they might not have tobaccos, they might not have all the loved ones around the table, and yet we still celebrate because we are the people, and this is what is expected of us. Shalom. We continue on page number 9 with Modeh Ani. You can follow along in your prayer books. We continue with Elohai on page 10. Dear God, the soul you have returned to us today is pure.
Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bi Tehorahi. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, שנתת בי טהוראי. אתה בראת, אתה יצרת, אתה נפחת בי, ואתה משמרה בקרבי. אלוהי, אלוהי, נשמה שנתת בי טהוראי.
Please turn back to page number 7. And we're going to continue with one of our popular and favorite melodies and by Shlomo Carlebach to the words of the Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav. The whole world is but a narrow bridge. Kol haolam kulo, gesher tzami ma'od.
All the world is a narrow bridge, the whole wide world a narrow bridge, narrow bridge. All the world a very narrow bridge. All the world is a narrow bridge, the whole wide world is a narrow bridge, narrow bridge. All the world a very narrow bridge. And it's important not to fear, most important not to fear. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid, no fear at all. And it's important not to fear, most important not to fear. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid, no fear at all. העולם כולו גשר צר, צר מאוד, גשר צר, צר מאוד, כל העולם כולו. כל העולם, העולם כולו גשר צר, צר מאוד, גשר צר, צר מאוד, כל העולם כולו. והעיקר לא לפחד, והעיקר לא לפחד, והעיקר לא לפחד, לא לפחד כלל. והעיקר לא לפחד, והעיקר לא לפחד, והעיקר לא לפחד, לא לפחד כלל.
We're asking everyone to please rise if you're able, wherever you are. And we turn to page 12. In the middle of the page, God spoke and the world came to be. And especially now that during these challenging times, please, we must all be aware of the words that come out of our mouths. Baruch she'amar.
Baruch she'amar, Brucha she'amra, והיה עולם. ברוך שאמר, ברוכה שאמרה, והיה עולם. Blessed is he, blessed is she, blessed are we who speak and are heard. Blessed is he, blessed is she, blessed are we who speak and are heard.
Please be seated. We're going to continue now on page 14 with Ma Gadlu, part of a psalm with the beautiful melody of Shefa Gold. And as we get started, I might ask you to please rise and we'll do some movements along with this beautiful words, recognizing the wonders and beauty that are in our world.
Ma Magadlu Masechaya Meodamku Machshevotecha Magadlu Masechaya Meodamku Machshevotecha.
Please rise. And if you can, rise up your arms. Raise them up.
Masechaya Meodamku Machshevotecha Magadlu Masechaya Meodamku Machshevotecha Magadlu Masechaya Meodamku
Your works are so beautiful. Your thoughts are so deep. And we are so grateful to be in nature, outside, enjoying this good earth in spite of everything swirling around us. Amen. We're going to continue now on page 15, and we're going to continue with Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, Bekocho, Hallelujah, Birkia Uzo, Hallelujah, Bigvurotav, Hallelujah, Kirov Kudlo, Hallelujah, Beteka Shofar, Hallelujah, Benevel, Bechinor, Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift, the baffled king composing, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, betochu machol, hallelujah, beminim beugav, hallelujah, betzilzalei shama. Hallelujah, betzilzalei trua, kol hanishama, tehallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Beautiful. We're ready for the Baruch Hu, the call to prayer. If you were following along in the prayer books, we're on the bottom of page 17. And we're going to, again, as we've done all year, bring in the Am I Awake as an introduction to the Baruch Hu prayer by Noah Anson.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam va'ed. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la.
And we continue to Yotzer Or, the prayer thanking God for the miracle of creation and light, page 18. Robin is going to lead us in some signing. Please feel free to follow along.
Yotze or uvorei choshech, osei shalom, uvorei et hakol. Yotze or uvorei choshech, osei shalom, uvorei et hakol. Or chadash al Zion ta'ir, ונזכרו לנו מהרה לאורו. אור חדש על ציון תאיר, ונזכרו לנו מהרה לאורו. יוצא אור ובורא חושך, עושה שלום ובורא את הכל.
As we prepare ourselves for the Shema, our credo, our words of faith, and the V'ahavta prayer, we're going to settle in. So make yourself comfortable wherever you are seated at this point. And we're going to take 1 minute, a full minute, to slow down, to meditate. You took the first step. You opened the link. You invited us in. And here we all are together. So many of us, all over the city and maybe all over the country, who knows. But what is important is that you check in with yourselves. So let's take a few moments and we'll do 3 deep breaths to try to get yourself present. Don't think about anything else going on now. Let's just be here now in the present. So a deep breath in and hold your breath, and then a deep breath out. A second one. And let it out. And another very deep cleansing breath. and let it out. And now we begin. So just pay attention to your breathing. Notice what comes up for you. Perhaps there's some noise that's bothering you. Perhaps something doesn't feel right in your body. Just note it and say, I'll deal with it later. And try to just pay attention to your breath, to calm yourself, to tap into your place of wisdom and clarity, and to just be. We'll continue with our meditation quietly.
Listen, Israel, Adonai, our God is one. Listen, Israel, Adonai. Our God is one. Listen, Israel, Adonai. Our God is one. Listen, Israel, Adonai, our God is one.
Continue with the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
We're going to continue with the English Shema. You can find it on page 22.
Love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. Teach them faithfully unto your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, when you rise. Bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be a symbol between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, and upon your gates. Teach them faithfully unto your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise, and when you rise, and when you rise.
And now turning to the theme of Passover, the holiday of Pesach. The ancient Israelites found themselves in a constricted, narrow place in the land of Egypt when they were enslaved. The Hebrew word for constricted, narrow place is called Meitzar, and the walls of a narrow, constricted place are Mitzarim. So when the Torah came to name the ancient land of Egypt, they called it Mitzrayim, the place of constricted places. So to the words, the bottom of page 7, using again these words from a psalm, Shlomo Karlbach came up with a beautiful melody. And I'm inviting us now to feel what that tightness felt like. So we take our arms and we hold ourselves in and we feel that Mitzrayim, that Mitzarim, that narrow, constricted place, that place where we feel so tight, so isolated, so locked up. And it's from this place that we finally have to call up to God to be liberated, to be released, and find the light and the courage we need to live. So hold it really tight and then open it up and feel the difference when you're able to open up, get out of the constrictedness and call out. So we continue now. If you want the words, bottom of page 7, Min HaMeitzar, from narrow places I called on you, God, and you answered me from openness.
Min HaMeitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia. Min HaMeitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia. Anani 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 V'Merchavia. Anani 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 V'Merchavia. Min HaMeitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia. Min HaMeitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia. Anani 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 V'Merchavia. Anani 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 V'Merchavia. Min HaMeitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia. Min HaMeitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia.
We're going to bring back one of our favorites for Passover, telling the whole story of Passover through song, Noah Budin's Hallelujah Land. We hope that you were able to download the song sheet and sing along with us. There'll also be some hand movements, so you might as well just rise right now and get started.
Well, I've read a lot of books and sung a lot of songs and seen me a miracle or two, but I've never seen a miracle just like the one that I'm about to tell to you. The Lord told Moses to take his people across the sea and sand, so he led the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the Hallelujah land. Whoa, Hallelujah land. Whoa, Hallelujah land. Now the children of the Lord were working for Pharaoh, slaving day and night. And the Lord heard the cries of pain and suffering, and he knew it wasn't right. So the bush was set a-burning for the Hebrew children's yearning. The good Lord had a plan to lead the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the hallelujah land. Oh, 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 hallelujah land. Oh, 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 hallelujah land. Moses was working in the desert that day, singing a sorrowful tune. And he sat down to rest, and he saw the bush, and the bush was not consumed. And the Lord looked deep into Moses' soul and knew he was a man to lead the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the hallelujah land. Oh, 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 hallelujah land. Oh, 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 hallelujah land. Now the Lord said to Moses, go to Pharaoh, tell him, let my people go. And Moses said, Lord, how can I do that? Won't you make yourself known? And the Lord said, Moses, have faith in your courage. I am that I am. You will lead the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the hallelujah land. Oh, 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 hallelujah land. Oh, oh, hallelujah land. So Moses took the message to old Pharaoh. He took it right to his throne. And Pharaoh said, don't bother me, just leave me alone. But the sky grew dark as mud, and the river turned to blood, and Moses took a stand. He would lead the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the hallelujah land. Whoa, hallelujah land. Whoa, hallelujah land. Now Moses and the people were running out of Egypt. Pharaoh's army was coming down, and the waters opened up and the people passed through, but the army was drowned. And the people said, how? Moses said, now, that was the Lord's hand. And he led the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the hallelujah land. Whoa, hallelujah land. Whoa, hallelujah land. I've read a lot of books and I've sung a lot of songs and seen me a miracle or two, but I've never seen a miracle just like the one that I just told to you. The Lord told Moses to take his people across the sea and sand. So he led the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the hallelujah land. Oh, hallelujah land. Oh, hallelujah land. Woo!
Well, we certainly have a good time here at Lev Eisha. And if you haven't been to our services yet, God willing, when everything opens up again, we invite you to join us. We're going to continue now with the Mi Chamocha prayer in your prayer books on page 25.
Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai Mi Chamocha Nedar Ba'kodesh Nora Tilot Oseh Veleh Nora Tilot Oseh Veleh Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai Mi Chamocha Nedar Ba'kodesh Nora Tilot Oseh Veleh Nora Tilot Oseh Veleh.
Amidah is our standing silent prayer. We will begin together on page 27 and 28, a little bit of 29. And then we ask you for a minute and a half to continue your prayers privately, meditation, prayers, reflections silently. Please rise if you are at home and you're able to.
Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi agite hilatecha. Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi agite hilatecha. Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi agite hilatecha. Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi agite hilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, v'Elohei Rachel, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גואל לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה, רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים.
Page 28.
מקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, כך כתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה זה ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, ולא כל הארץ כבודו. אז בקורש גדול, אדיר וחזק, משמיעים קול. אז בקורש גדול, אדיר וחזק, משמיעים קול. מתנסים לעומת סרפים, מתנסים לעומת סרפים, לעומתם ברוך יאמרו, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. ממקומך מלכנו תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו כי מחכים אנחנו לך. מתי תמלוך בציון, מתי תמלוך בציון, בקרוב בימינו, בקרוב בימינו, לעולם ועד תשכון. בקרוב בימינו, בקרוב בימינו, לעולם ועד תשכון. תתגדל ותתקדש בתוך ירושלים עירך, לדור ודור ולנצח נצחים. עינינו תראינה, תראינה מלכותך, כדבר האמור בשירי עוזך. ועינינו תראינה, תראינה מלכותך, כדבר האמור בשירי עוזך. על ידי דוד משיח צדקך, ימלוך אדוני לעולם אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש בשבחך אלוהינו, מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. כי אל מלך גדול, כי אל מלך גדול, וקדוש אתה. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל, האל הקדוש, הקדוש.
We're going to continue now with Oseh Shalom on the top of page 33.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יושבי תבל ואמרו יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן.
All of our holidays have descriptive terms, and Passover is called Zaman Cherutenu. The word Cherutenu comes from the word Cherut, which means freedom. So with alliteration, we say it's the festival of freedom. And now we have to ask, really? I think more than anything, right now, many of us are certainly not feeling free. I shared with you the opening story of the Rabbi of Berdichus, and how no matter what, over thousands of years, with whatever comes their way, the Jews continue to celebrate this holiday and all their holidays, kept keeping the traditions. So we are celebrating, but we're certainly celebrating differently than we ever have before. So let's look a little bit deeper of one part of the Haggadah, which we're going to do either by Zoom or virtually or FaceTime, however we are going to do our Passover Seders coming up. And we know about the 4 children in the Haggadah, and I want to start by looking at one of the 4 children who we call the Rasha. I don't like using the term the evil one or the wicked one. I call this one the rebellious child. And you know, it's really not to label somebody. It's somebody who questions. It's a little bit of a cynic who rebels. But the rebellious child, the Rasha, says, Ma ha'avodah hazot lachem. What is this work for you? And the word avodah, which is really the work of doing the Passover Seder, or the work of bringing the Passover sacrifice, that word avodah is really related to the word avadim, which is slavery. And what the rebellious child is really saying, we were slaves then to Pharaoh, and we're still slaves today. We're slaves to this ritual, to this tradition, and all the work we have to do to Passover. You know what? This avodah, this slavery, I want no part of it. It's not for me. So the question I have is, what is this rebellious child not getting? This child doesn't realize that when you are released from slavery, it's not to be idle. Freedom is not about being idle and doing nothing. Freedom takes work. For the ancient Israelites, they had to bring the lamb and do the korban, the sacrifice. They had to put blood on the lintels. They had to pack up. They had to prepare to leave. They had to do all these acts, and especially bringing that korban, that sacrifice. It was an act of spiritual courage. They took one of the gods of Egypt. The lamb was considered holy, and they flaunted this to sacrifice in front of the Egyptians. All these preparations were necessary for freedom. And this is why the answer to the rebellious child is, if you were there, you would not have been redeemed. because you would not have bothered to do the work. God took us out of Egypt and out of slavery, not to be free from anything, but rather, instead of being servants to Pharaoh, we are now servants to God. And what does that mean? So no servitude to Pharaoh means we are no longer under the obligation of the authority of human beings, but rather we can recognize Yirat HaShamayim, the fear of heaven, which is looking at the awe in the world around us. So freedom from domination from a Pharaoh means that we're no longer have to capitulate to arbitrary rules that don't respect our personhood or our human dignity. There's a beautiful teaching in one of the Haggadot that I've been studying by Rav Kook, and he says the following: to be free is really to be faithful to our own inner selves. To be free means to keep faith with the spiritual quality of the image of God within us. With this quality, we can feel life's purpose and value, and we can be true to our highest aspirations and goals. And we can really aim for the betterment of all humankind. So let's go back to the Haggadah and the Seder ritual for a moment. There is an assumption that the authors of the Haggadah are speaking to a free people. And of course, we think this way because the whole Seder is modeled after a Roman symposium, which was only available to citizens of Rome who were not slaves, who were free. We lean in our chairs to show our freedom, and we ask questions. But it's not that simple. The Haggadah is layered and it's nuanced. The Haggadah recognizes that history has cycles. There are ups and downs. The Haggadah explain it was all foretold to Abraham that we would be slaves, and 210 years later, we would be set free. But immediately after that paragraph, it goes on and has the beautiful paragraph of Vihi Sha'amda. This promise of the eventual freedom is what sustained our ancestors. But no, for not only one enemy has risen against us to destroy us, lo echad bilvad, rather, in every generation, bechol dor vador, enemies rise up to destroy us, and the Holy One is able to save us from their hands. How is this relevant to our Passover today? We have to remember that during the time of writing the additions to the Haggadah wasn't written all at once. It's a product of hundreds of years of editing and additions. During all those times, it wasn't like our ancestors were ever really free. Remember, there were crusades, there were inquisitions, there were expulsions, there were pogroms, there was the Holocaust, and there's continued anti-Semitism today. The Haggadah even states repeatedly, Hashta Avdei, this year we may be slaves, but Lishana Haba'ah b'nei chorim, next year we will be free. A reminder, no matter what your circumstances, you may be a slave, you may be free, you're never, ever totally free. So my dear friends, we are not really feeling free, but as the Haggadah demonstrates through all of its teachings, life is a cycle, life is a journey. We have to cultivate the ability to deal with all these changes that are inevitable. We are not free now. With COVID-19, there is fear of contagion, fear of isolation. There is doubt. There's such a piece of unknown. We have no idea when this will be over. Too many people have financial instability. It's really a very challenging and terrible time. But we can recognize these parallels in history. Think of the very first Seder. They were sheltering in place. When the 10th plague came, God said, don't go outside. Don't go to anybody. There were protocols. Put blood on your doorposts. This will be for your protection, like wearing a mask. God said, you will become free if you want to, if you believe it, if you have hope and faith and courage. Put those sandals on your feet the night before. Roast the lamb quickly. Grab the dough. Be ready. You must be a partner in your own liberation. Our Haggadah anticipates many enslavements, more pharaohs, more Mitzrayims. In fact, I believe that our Haggadah anticipated the virus today. And our reality of restriction and lack of freedom is like being in the restricted, narrow places of Mitzrayim. But my dear friends, the Haggadah is more than a promise of freedom. It's a blueprint. It's a plan. It's an action guide, a plan of action. So lastly, I just want to share in one Haggadah commentary in one of the verses during the Maggid section, the story of the Midrash on the story of Passover. The verse says, God saw our oppression and misery. And the commentary asks, what did God see? And the answer is, God saw that the people of Israel were compassionate towards one another. If one completed producing their quota of bricks, they would go help another do the same. Even as slaves, we were still free to see others as fellow sufferers and have compassion. Today, there are countless acts of kindness and generosity. In fact, I've just heard some of our Lev Eisha women are making masks at home on their sewing machines. So many healthcare workers and others are risking their lives to help us. People are bringing food, making sandwiches, delivering them to people who are homeless. Every big and small action counts. Our festival of freedom is really also a holiday of hope. Being redeemed from oppression is a constant struggle, and it takes place in the present, not only in the distant past. So I want to bless us today with having hope, with taking action, with sheltering in place, but with compassion and kindness and following the protocol. And all the while knowing redemption is an ongoing process, an ongoing reality. There will be freedom and a return to our lives sometime soon. Mehera bizmanenu, hurriedly in our time, and we say Amen. We take time now to think about the people who are ill with our Misha Berach, our prayer for healing. Please turn to page 38 in your prayer books, and please rise as we ask for healing for those of our loved ones who are ill. Please say those names out loud now as you begin the prayers.
יברך וירפא את החולים. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב, שרה רבקה רחל ולאה, הוא יברך וירפא את החולים. אל נא רפאנה לה, אל נא רפאנה לה, אל נא רפאנה לה, אל נא רפאנה לה. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב, שרה רבקה רחל ולאה, הוא ויברך וירפא את החולים.
Hashtav Osman Karav Nomar Amen. May healing come hurriedly in our time, and we say Amen. We ask you now to please rise for the Aleinu, page 40.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Page 41. Our thoughts now turn to those who have departed this good earth. As we remember them, let us allow our memory of them to be a joy and a source of strength and comfort to us. I ask you, if you are in mourning or observing a yortzeit, to please rise. And if you'd like to rise in support of our virtual mourners, please do so. We continue on page 41 with the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, bi'alma divrach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'galau v'zman kari v'yamru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'le'omei amaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shmei d'kudisha birchu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata damiram bi'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shloma rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. May God comfort all those who mourn. And we say Amen. I'd like to take a few moments now and bring in Carol Wispy Burns, our president. And she wanted me to thank Robin Winston and cantorial soloist Cindy Paley and myself for putting together this service and the service of Avi Sills, drummer and technical person extraordinaire. So we're very grateful to be here today. Following protocol, and yet still being able to bring you a service. I was also asked to thank the sponsors. You'll see them on the email blast that went out with the link to this service. There's a list of the people who, instead of sponsoring a lunch, sponsored making this service happen, and we're very grateful to them. And at this time, we'd like to conclude with the Tfilat Haderech, the prayer of conclusion as we go on our way.
Guide our steps, light our way, and help us be strong. L'chaim, l'simcha, u'l'shalom. Keep the ones whom we love secure from the storm. L'chaim, l'simcha, u'l'shalom. L'chaim v'simcha u'l'shalom. L'chaim v'simcha u'l'shalom. Bless the work we have done, all our hopes and our dreams, l'chaim, l'simcha, u'l'shalom. watch over us as we go, and in peace bring us home. L'chaim, l'simcha, u'l'shalom. L'chaim, l'simcha, u'l'shalom. L'chaim, l'simcha, u'l'shalom. Bless the work we have done, all our hopes and our dreams. L'chaim, l'simcha, u'l'shalom. Watch over us as we go, and in peace bring us home.
Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach, only a healthy, safe holiday. Amen.
Amen. Amen.